Hey folks, how you doing? This is Mike Robinson, and that's Mike with a Y. I just want to come on here and tell you guys a little bit about myself. I feel like a lot of the videos I put up have definitely been to inspire others, but I never really told you what inspired me. I would say for the first 15 or 16 years of my life, I was in a bad headspace as an individual. I had a complex, and it really stemmed from the way I was, growing up within my family, how they spoke about me or spoke to me. They'll joke about it to this day. They say they didn't really care for when I was born because all the presents my mom used to get them went out the window because all the focus was on me. But anyway, everybody in my family, for the most part, is of a fair light skin. I'm more on the darker complexion, so there was a colorism mentality that went around. As jokes, which I get, every family jokes. But to me, being the only child and the only one that looked the way I looked, it really gave me a complex. Nobody looked like me, nobody acted like me. I was just different. And this is within my own family. Like, you expect to be different in, the outside world, but your family, you expect to find some similarities. I really didn't. And that didn't settle right with me as a 7 or 8-year-old boy. And to add insult to injury, my cousins never let me forget that I looked different than them. And it really drove me into someone who was fearful overall. I felt like I would always be the object of ridicule. Like I was always either going overboard to try to impress somebody, or I just didn't feel like I could impress somebody enough. It was just a lot. I was just so fearful, afraid of everything. Now, this all transitioned into my adulthood as well. And it wasn't about like fear of complexion issues or anything like that. It was just the fear of trying things. Like a lot of things I tried, I never finished. Like it was a fear, like it was a fear of failure. And I'm just now climbing out of that, to be honest. I mean, this really carried into my adulthood, so much so that my wife actually recognized it. And I say all of that to say that as crazy as my background story can be, it made me a better person in the sense that I have tough skin. And also come to the realization that no matter what my family has said about me in the past, it doesn't define me as a person. It doesn't make me whatever. But I will say that in the midst of all that, I did lose my drive. It made me lose my drive. Like I felt like I couldn't measure up to them. But when I started doing things on my own, it was like I was all I had. I mean, of course now I have my wife, but I was all I had, so I had to push myself. I really had to push myself. Because there was nobody out there but me. I mean, I'm in a state all by myself. I had to push myself. And like I said, it definitely did make me tougher. And when it's nothing like that pressure, like when your back's against the wall, because you have nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. So I definitely encourage everybody, look at yourself in the mirror. That's the only person you gotta impress. Nobody on the outside world, not even your family. You need to be just the best version of yourself. Remember, like, you are all you got at the end of the day. Compete with yourself, impress yourself, that's it. The man or woman in the mirror. So that's just something you should know about me and how I am coming into my own with this. And I want all of you to stay encouraged and be blessed.